Give your macOS some personality with some amazing live wallpaper that works on the desktop and also on the lock screen. Change the dock and make it look how you want to. Even if you want to look like Windows, for example, you can make that. So these are the 7 most useful applications I can install on macOS 26. So the first application in our video is going to be called Backdrop, and Backdrop is a really amazing application. So you have here all kind of wallpaper, animated wallpaper. Every single thing it's animated here. You choose which one you want and you download them for free. So let's choose this one, for example. I will click download. It will automatically download the application for me, and then when I set it up as my wallpaper, it will literally work as live wallpaper for my desktop but also for my lock screen. This app is amazing. So how you can see, it finished download. So if I set it as a wallpaper, now it will literally be my wallpaper, but it will also work on my lock screen. This is the first application that I saw that it works on lock screen. It's amazing. I really love this application. Now the second application we're going to use is called Rectangle, and this one is a simple application. All you have to do is just you put some commands on it, then you use what you want and you press the arrows or the shortcut that you use so you can move a window wherever you want on the screen. How you can see, I'm moving this one up right here without even moving my mouse, just because I'm using, shortcuts that I created. And it's a really useful one. For example, if I open Safari and I open here Comet from Perplexity, I can just move this one on the right, this one on the left perfectly with just a simple press of a button, or depending how many keys you put for your shortcuts. For example, I have Shift, Command and arrows where I want to move it. So I can put it up, down, I can put it left, or I can put it right. This application improved my life a lot because it's much easier for me to just press a shortcut and put the app where I want to, rather than just drag it like this and move it, and etc. Now the next application is called AltTab, and it's really useful and it's really easy what it does. So if you want to change an application in macOS, for example, you press Command Tab and you will have this bar here, well, the icon from your applications, right? Which is pretty cool, but I think Windows is better. Now with AltTab, it's literally what it says. I press AltTab and I can see I have a preview right now of the windows that I'm opening. So it's much easier. Now, for example, NordVPN is not open, it's just in a background running, so that's why you see it. QuickTime is just in the background running, that's why you don't see any preview. But these ones, because they're open, I can see a preview. So for example, if I go this, I know it will be, it's the animation. I can click on Safari, or I can click on Comet, or I can just use the button here and just release it when I want to, and it goes to the application that I want. Really useful animation, really useful thing. I really love it, and I hope you guys will love it as well. Now the next one is going to be called Loop. Now what Loop is, once you enable it, you make some settings and stuff like this on it. Once you enable it, you press the FN button and then you just move, and wherever you want, that window will actually go on your screen. Something like Rectangle. The problem is that this one is just a press of a button and you move the mouse where you want to, and that's it. It really helps me. I still use Rectangle when I want like a fast move, but if I want something like, straightforward, like full screen or top and stuff like this, sometimes I do use Loop. It's really good, really amazing, because working with a lot of windows, especially when you're doing YouTube, it's not an easy task. So like this one, I just loop it, move it around, or make it full screen if I want to. Sometimes I fail, but make it full screen when I want to, and that's how I can improve my work and make everything faster. Now the next one is called Command X, and I don't understand why there's no built-in feature or built-in option of this one. Now I'll give you an example. If I go to this hard drive and I want to copy this picture, right, I can Command C and then paste it right here. But if I want to cut this one, for example, I want to copy it here, but the moment it copies, I would just want to delete it from this one. There's no option to do that in macOS. But with Command X, it literally does what it says it does. It's like a Control X, for Windows. So if I press Command X on this one, and I paste it here with Command V, how you can see, it moved it here, but it disappeared from here. Automatically deletes it from the old space and just moves it directly into the new location. So it's not a copy, it's a move. but really useful application. I use it on every single Mac that I have. It's really helpful. Now the next one is called DisplayBuddy, and I have it right here. Now if you're like me, I have a MacBook and a Mac Mini. Now the problem with the Mac Mini, when I'm going here to display, I can't change my brightness. Like I can't literally change my macOS for some reason doesn't let you change the brightness to your display. It's literally ridiculous unless you have a MacBook and the laptop is a display, right? Well, this is where DisplayBuddy comes in. You can literally modify every single thing, including the brightness of your display. And it's sad that we have to use a third-party application for this one, but at the same time, I'm happy that this application exists because it fixed a problem that I was having with Mac since like forever. I don't understand why in 2025, macOS 26, we still don't have the option to modify the brightness of our display if you're looking or if you're running a external display or a Mac Mini, how I do in my case. And now the last application that I want to show you guys is called Sidebar. And the reason why I'm leaving this one as last because I didn't fully set it up and stuff like this. So how you can see, I have here all my application. I literally just imported everything from, from my dock here. Now, if I go into settings here, I can literally say, yes, hide my dock, right? Now, keep in mind, there is a prompt with this application. If you do uninstall this application, make sure you disable hide dock, otherwise you will literally don't have any more dock anymore. But just in case. But how you can see, you have all kind of shortcuts behavior and stuff like this. The thing that I'm playing at the moment, because I'm still learning this application, is this one, right? Which is screen and style. So how you can see, you can change the position, you can modify the icons. Literally, if I want to modify the icon of the trash, I will allow it here. And how you can see, I have customize, and here I have to, I can do all kind of customization that I want to the trash icon. It's literally really amazing. But if I go to themes, for example, how you can see here, I have theme that looks like macOS, macOS Bright, Windows, and or tile. So for example, if I choose or vertical list, but I don't think somebody would use that. But if I choose this one, for example, I click yes. I'll wait a little bit, and this is like a small bug. For some reason goes on top here. I don't understand why, but all you have to do is just go back. And on position, just choose the position where you want to move it. So for example, for me, left, or if you want in the on the bottom here. And how you can see, literally right now, it looks like a Windows application. Well, Windows operating system. I have my trash, sound, clock and date here, everything, and all my applications are here in, in my dock or taskbar, whatever you want to call it. It's literally like really good. You give an idea, you have an idea of, you modify some of the things, you modify macOS, you make it look how you want to, and it's really nice. I like it. At the moment, I'm still playing with it. I'm still trying to customize it and make it, fully my own. That's why I didn't have it enabled when I started the video. But probably after I post this video, I will fully customize it and make it how I want it to be. But yeah, this is Sidebar. Now, another application that I use a lot, like literally a lot, is called Timing. And I actually have this application. I was sponsored by them in the past, so just a disclaimer, but I did use this application way before they actually sponsored me. So how you can see, if I click here on show tracking, right, I can see every single thing that I'm doing on my Mac, how productive I am, how much time I'm spending on my Mac, what application I'm using the most, including on my iPhone. So it doesn't track just my, just my Mac Mini, for example. It tracks my iPhone and my iPad, and it doesn't track my MacBook because I didn't install it on my MacBook yet, and big mistake. But I don't use my MacBook as much. I use Mac Mini most of the time. But how you can see here, I can see every single thing, how much I'm spending, on every single app, on every single time. I can go to activities, for example, and I can have details here, full detail by time. For example, at 12 o'clock here, I was watching, 1 o'clock in the morning, I was watching TikTok. Oh, I need to get some sleep. And 1:03, okay. So you get the idea. You can literally see all kind of stuff. You can have reports, for example. It will use like an AI thing, so it will summarize it and make it, make you understand everything that you're doing wrong, everything you're doing right. You can export this from all the details here that you have. You can export them, for example, as a Excel sheet, so you can have everything in a shell and stuff like this. It's really good. But most of the things that I'm using is this one over here. So for example, I can see by hour, by day, or by week, by year, but normally I keep it by hour because it's much easier for me to understand this and have an idea what I'm doing wrong. I can go to, for example, Sunday, Saturday, all kind of days that you want, and how you can see I have an idea what I'm doing good and bad. And for me, it's a lifesaver because as a YouTuber, I need to be concentrated here to do more videos and stuff like this. And if you use your Mac for work, you'll have the same. You need to concentrate doing your work. But we all know how you go on YouTube for 1 second and you just forget to leave. This is what is telling me, hey, you have a problem. For example, TikTok on my phone, too much, way too much. Now, the last application that I'm using, and this one pretty sure everybody knows about it, is called CleanMyMac. Now, I'm not using the optimization feature, I'm not using all kind of things. The only thing that I'm using with this one, and I have an update, the only thing that I'm using with this one is just to, get some space back. So I go to cleanup and I will click here, cleanup, for example, right? And I wait a little bit, and normally I found gigabytes of things that I don't need on my device, 7.9 gigabytes. So you can click review here and you can see what's taking the space, for example. So user cage, for example, all kind of things here I have that probably I don't need anymore, and all kind of things. So what I do, I go back and I just clean all of my junk. And how you can see, quit Safari. So I'll quit all of it and I will put my password here, and I just got back 5.9 now, but in total is 7.2, I think he was saying earlier, terabytes of storage. Now on somebody like me, I have a 256 gigabytes of SSD and I'm recording 4K and I'm editing in 4K and everything. I need this storage, like I literally need this storage. And how you can see here, it's telling me universal boundaries for like applications. If I want to, delete some data from application and stuff like this. Normally, I don't do this one because the user binary, you can sometimes like delete all the data from the application, and that means that it will be like when you first install the app, no data, no nothing. So I normally leave this one alone. But this is the main reason why I'm using CleanMyApp. Literally, it says, well, it does what it says. Cleans my app fully, and like this I don't have any problem with storage and stuff like this. Well, at least that's much. With macOS 26 we have some new features. For example, how you can see here, my icons, they're having the new design and things like this. And for example, if I go into settings here, you can go to appearance, and here you can change how you want your Mac to look like. So for example, I can click on clean and you have like a clean transparent look and stuff like this, or you can go on dark, and here it will just, like, all the icons will appear back to normal, but it will be on dark one and all that. Now I normally prefer to keep it on dark, but this one, the tinted one, did look a little bit good, I'm not gonna lie, because it works with my wallpaper. And how you can see now, because I updated it, it changed the wallpaper a little bit, well, the bluish color a little bit to work better with my wallpaper. But I normally put it on dark, but tinted, I really like it. Now, the new thing with macOS, you can now customize folders. So for example, here I have some Suno apps, because I made a video about Suno if you want to make some money with Suno, which I will need to update the video. So probably that one will be tomorrow. But how you can see, if I right click on it and I click customize folder, I can select the color, and I can even put like a clear thing or an emoji. So if I go on emoji, I can put music, for example, because this is for Suno. And let's put, I don't know, this icon here, and voila, now I can customize my folder and add an icon and have an idea, much easier for me to see what it is and stuff like this. macOS does get a couple of features, but I believe that this application literally improves the macOS experience 10 times better than Apple intends to. My one frustration that I really have, I can't change my brightness on my monitor, but hey, what can I do? But yeah, this is my top 7 applications that I use, plus 2 bonuses, timing and clean my Mac. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.